Hello, dear ones. I am Eleonora, and I have another member of the Awakening Translations community. His name is Stephan Georgopoulos. I hope that I'm pronouncing his name right. Give me just 1 second. Okay, sorry for that. I was having a feedback with the YouTube. So he is another member of the Awakening Translations community, and he's translating the books of Tina Louise Spalding to Greek. Yes, he is an amazing soul, enlightened being that, like many of us, has struggled in life and tried to have escape through addiction. And today he will tell us about his story and how the teachings of A Course in Miracles and Jesus and Ananda has really helped him to overcome addiction and get back to his life, get back to himself, and find happiness and fulfillment. So, welcome, Stephan. Welcome to the Awakening Translations community. And welcome to my YouTube channel. First, I'd like to thank you for accepting being part of this community, and also to share your story with us, to share a little bit of Stephan with us today. Thank you so much for that.
It's a pleasure to be with you.
Oh, your voice is kind of breaking up a little bit.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you better now. Okay, so as I explained, we are a group of people, like ordinary in the sense that none of us are translators. None of us are like professional translators. And we pick up the same energy at the same time. Translate the book of Tina Louise Spalding, Jesus My Autobiography, translated to your native language. In my case, my thought was, my mom needs to know what's in this book. She doesn't speak English, so who's gonna translate to Portuguese? But we are gonna get to that. I'd like to tell you that Stephan just created a YouTube channel, and it will be on the title of this live. It's not yet, but I'll put it soon. And you are welcome to go there and show your love to him, your support. He's going to tell you what he's doing in the YouTube channel. And also, if you wanted to show your love and support to Stephan and to this channel, you are welcome to use the chat and leave us any question if you have. And today we're going to have many, many surprises. So just stick with us, because that will be really fun and very fulfilling. Stephan, let's start with the question that I asked to all my guests. How started your spiritual awakening?
Well, it's well, thank you again, Eleonora, for setting all of this up. It's a pleasure to be here. My parents were both teachers, and my father taught philosophy at a university level, and my mother taught literature. So I was exposed to art and philosophy a lot growing up, and this influenced me in the sense that I wanted to know the truth. I was interested in knowing the truth from a very young age. But I have to say that when I started in my B15 writing about Plato and the idea of the good in Plato, which ancient Greek philosopher, and that's quite spiritual, was sort of carried the Christ consciousness energy in his writings. So I was in touch with that consciousness, but around that time I started coming across videos on YouTube by Cryon, Pamela Erlin, and some others who really woke up my curiosity, and I was amazed at this idea of information coming from different, and this idea of a global awakening. So before I found Tina Spalding, I was exposed to some other channels, and I started, because I felt it too. I felt that the energy was shifting. I don't know how, like, I just felt like I was naturally high, like sometimes. Not that it was always that, but I felt that things were changing. And eventually I heard, I think Pamela Erlin was mentioning A Course in Miracles. And I thought, that sounds like an interesting title, like an interesting book. And I heard it again and again. So I went and bought it. Yeah, that's the book, which is a black book without the lessons. And I read the text. This is probably 2018 that I got the text. And then I found that there's another...
That was the same time I started too.
Yeah.
Exactly the same year.
It's really interesting. But yeah, there was this... And then, of course, I found Tina Spalding, her videos on the lessons, doing the lessons. But even before that, before she did the lessons, I think I was part of the community, and like late 2018, maybe 2019, and watching the videos, and I started feeling like I had a direct connection with Jesus. Like I had a serious connection with this person, this master teacher, and that's how it started.
Amazing. Stephan, you told me that you went through kind of a dark time in your life. I'd like you to share a little bit with us. I know a lot of people had the same struggles that you had, and also tell us a little bit about your passion to music and how that really helped you to overcome those difficulties.
Okay, so I grew up in an environment where I guess feelings were dealt with through alcohol. And generally, in my teenage years, I started feeling very oppressed by school, and grew up in Greece. So I'm half Greek, half American. My family moved to Greece when I was 6 years old. And, when I became a teenager, the thing to do was to, smoke weed, drink beer, drink alcohol. And that sort of was an escape from oppressive system of school, which was called, and there was no creativity. You weren't allowed to express yourself. So I found my release through music initially, music and substances. So that's where it began. It began for the last 20, I'd say this lasted 20 years or so, like where I was using substances and marijuana, tobacco, abusing substances just to relax, just to forget about my problems, to socialize, of course. And eventually, when I reached my late 20s, early 30s, it became an issue. I was reading spiritual material, and I didn't want to do this anymore. I wanted to be healthy, but I was addicted. So it's been very difficult for me overcoming these. But to get back to and of course, the Course in Miracles and these books, practicing forgiveness has helped me, but perhaps we can talk about that a little bit. With music, it was my creative release. So school was very oppressive. My life was very restricted in that sense. So music was my creative outlet. My older brother played in a band, and I have two brothers. They both played in bands. So I looked up to that very much growing up. Music, there's also the drugs and the alcohol involved. So it wasn't a pure creativity, but nonetheless, learning how to play an instrument really helped me be creative. And to this day, I would
connect
to myself. Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, it's a spiritual experience, being inspired and playing music, improvising how to play properly. I never learned how to read, just learned by myself. So that's a gift. I always considered music a gift in my life, and that it saved me from depression and all kinds of things, anxiety. Tired of studying, I would just pick up the guitar and play, and it would help me really help me express joy, because I feel like I'm a joyful person. My soul is a joyful soul. So music helped me express that, when I couldn't express it in other ways.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much. And we are having sometimes your voice breaking up a little bit, maybe it's your internet, but we still can understand you. So I ask everyone to be patient. His internet connection is not up to to the band that we need, but we still can understand you. So you just proceed the way it is. So just relax and do it. And actually, you agree that you would give us a gift today and play the bouzouki. Can you play for us for about 2, 3, 5 minutes?
Sure. Am I supposed to? You said I should do something with the audio?
Oh, yes. In YouTube, in the settings, audio, there is an option there that say auto or low or high. You need to put low, like a noise, background noise.
Low, yeah, I think.
Yeah. If you you don't, and then they'll think your music is background noise.
Okay, so
can you show the instrument? Yes, it's beautiful. Yes,
it's traditional Greek and. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Loud and clear. Perfect. That's beautiful.
That's a little taste.
Wow. And I could see your joy, your happiness. Wow. That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
it really makes me happy.
That's very beautiful.
But I just want to point out that, like, I'm self-taught, so I can do it. Like, anyone can do that. Of course, I know it takes some. It's a companion that you have. Something I suggest, like picking up an instrument, is a beautiful thing in life.
Yes, all the creative things that we do in life, bring your mind to the present moment. And when we stop the low vibrational thoughts, we automatically reconnect with love. That's our true nature. That's how you feel when you are creating. That's really, really good.
Amen.
Thank you so much for giving us this gift. And tell us a little bit about your relationship with A Course in Miracles and how you get engaged with the teachings of Jesus and Ananda.
Oh, yeah. Because I studied philosophy, so I had a bit of a privilege, I feel like, when it comes to the text, because I know it's a difficult text, but when I read it, I found it fascinating, and I can't stop reading it. So I've been studying it for 5 years now, I think, 6 years, but for the rest of my life, because it's so full of incredible information. I mean, it's so full of light. It's so full of truth that every single day for the last few years, it's the first thing that I do in the morning. And I try to, I just finished them before New Year Day this year. And this year I decided to start a YouTube channel in Greek. Actually, you inspired me because you did it in Portuguese, and you
And in Spanish.
were just like, and in Spanish. Even like, I don't like technology that much, but I've gained so much from I need to give back. Like, I need to give back to the world, and I just can't. I mean, in Greece, the Course in Miracles isn't very popular. It's not very. It was very recently translated into Greek. Like maybe 10 years ago, and I thought that I wanted to do the lesson with Jesus's commentary through Tina Spalding. So I started that a few days ago, and I'm really excited. But I just want to say that it's helped me so much in my life. I mean, I'm married to a woman I love. We live in a beautiful house. I have beautiful people in my world, in my life, and I feel like it's all sort of due to the Course, because it to practice how to forgive the world. Of course, I'm learning. We're all students, and it takes a long time and a lot of practice. But every little bit helps, and every time, every fearful thought that you substitute with a loving thought changes your frequency, and you see the results in your life. And I know it. We have a beautiful son now, Jason, and I just have, like, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, I couldn't imagine this beautiful place in my life. And this is, I think, I have to say, it's because of the Course. The Course taught me to discipline my mind. And that's what we're all called upon to do, because it's our reality, right? That's what the Course says, and that's the truth.
Yes, that's the Course came to me through Tina Louise Spalding, and I was surprised how in alignment my mind was already with the Course, because it was like just answering a lot of questions that nobody could ever answer growing up. But of course, there was a lot of things that like an eye-opening. I never would think that judging the weather have a really bad consequence to your life. I thought that a bad thought was only thought of really smashing somebody or try to kill somebody. But no, all thoughts matter, because you really create with every single thought that you have. There is no thought that is discharged like, oh no, this one doesn't go to any bucket. It's not valuable. Doesn't matter. No, all thoughts really matter. So it's like the Course in Miracles really teach you how to get away from fear, to release all the fear and judgment of your mind and realign with your true self.
Yeah, it's
not that simple.
I mean, it's beautiful. I mean, I'm this idea of reconnecting with our true self is so amazing, and that we're not these fearful thoughts. We're not these lustful, hateful people. That's not self. We're loving beings. We're love. And, every day just praying to see the world through the eyes of the Holy Spirit, and to let our perception be healed through the Holy Spirit it's such a gift, but it's a serious practice though too. I mean, in the world of separation, there's judgment. Our minds are trained to judge. So it's a lot of work. And I realized that like through my struggle with addictions, it's that I was judging reality. I couldn't take it anymore. And that's why I wanted to smoke something, drink something, because I couldn't stand. And that's because when you feel that, then it says light of the world, and you read I'm the light of times, and you feel better, because you feel better because it's true. And that's it. You just have to, it's practice. For me, it was a lot of practice, and it's still practice, but every minute is worth it. I mean, it gives you so much back.
Yes. And the Course in Miracles, as you told, is not really an easy reading and understanding. And the practice of the lessons are quite simple if you don't try to understand. It even say, just to do it, don't try to understand. With time, you're going to understand. But what really saved the day was the books that Tina is bringing through, because Absolutely. It makes the connection to the knowledge of the Course in Miracles with your daily life. You can really see the practicability. You can really incorporate the knowledge in your problems. Say, okay, because we like, okay, I don't care what this philosopher wrote on those 10 pages. I just want something that teach me how to solve this problem. And it won't really tell you the answers, but it'll teach you how to find the answers in a very, very practical way. So how you started to get engaged with the books that Tina is bringing to, and why you decided to translate?
I don't know how it started. I guess I just found out that because I was already a part of the community of Tina Spalding's channeling Jesus and Ananda community, and she was talking about this book, you know, that I guess it was Making Love to God is the first one that she wrote, and then it was my autobiography. And I mean, just the title of Jesus My Autobiography is so awesome to me. It's so you know, it's provocative, it's radical. It's something that you don't expect. I mean, people look at it and they're like, what do you mean? And I like that about it. I like how it made me want to read it. You know, very much. So when I got it, I think I read it in like 3 days. I devoured it. I couldn't stop reading it. And it blew my mind. I think it's the best book I own right now. And I have a lot of books. You know, you can see some in the back. I have like hundreds of books, but this book it's got to be my favorite because it has such good energy. It carries the energy of Jesus in it, and it's funny. Sometimes it's friendly. It's very serious. It has so much information, and basically, you know, I read it and I was like, this is so true. You know, finally, this is the truth, that we don't, you know, this whole idea of Jesus Christ died for you, for your sins, and all this stuff that, you know, traditional Christianity talks about. I never really understood. Like, it explains stories from the Bible. It explains things in a way that you can understand them in a way that makes sense. And, you know, it just shows how Jesus was a revolutionary and is a revolutionary and is in favor of love, you know, no violence, just love. But it's amazing how much love bothers people. You know, they can't, the world, the systems, the governments, they can't take love, you know, and that's what his story showed. But I want to say that it leaves you with a very positive, you know, it tells the stories in a beautiful, and you really feel like you know this person. You know, he talks about his childhood. He talks about his early years, falling in love with Mary Magdalene, you know, getting in fights when he was a teenager and drinking wine. I mean, he's a real person. And then, of course, his travel to the Far East in India. And I mean, you know, especially some chapters, like the one on his baptism and his enlightenment, are just, I've read them to people. You know, I've read them friends of mine or other people, and because I love them so much, reading it rings true for me. I just hear the truth, and I want to become like that. I want to reach that point, maybe, you know, not maybe, eventually, like just fill my mind with truth.
We all will sooner or later. Sorry.
Yeah, that's a beautiful. It's a very, very idea. That's what we're all working towards, you know. And of course, I felt the same as you, that I have to translate this into Greek. I mean, Greek people, friends of mine or family members, I wanted people to have access to this information because, like you, of course, this helps so much with the course. You know, it inspires you to read, to do the lessons, because he mentions A Course in Miracles, and he also shows you, he describes how he became enlightened because he focused only on love and on truth. And I just couldn't help it. I just wanted to bring, I felt a very strong calling to translate it into Greek. And it was very fun. You know, I do it again. I enjoyed it very much. 2 or 3 years, because I took my time. I wrote it, I was translating by hand in cafes or anywhere outside in a notebook, and I would just translate with a pencil. And then I typed it all, but I enjoyed it thoroughly of Jesus while I was doing it. I felt this joy and this beautiful sense of that I was doing something that I needed to do, you know, while I was doing it.
Wow, that's really beautiful, Stephan. And is the book available now in Greek somewhere?
Yeah, it's actually exists as an ebook. I think we'll put. Well, maybe you can help me with
actually,
that.
The links are in the description, and I already saw that in your YouTube channel. You already put the links there too.
Yeah,
so
I have.
If you speak Greek or know somebody that speaks Greek, that only speak Greek, for example, you will be able to give them a gift them this book in Greek. And what an amazing gift. Actually, I chose a quote of A Course in Miracles that I'm going to read, and Stephan, I'm going to read in English, and Stephan going to read in Greek. For that, I'm going to show my screen. You don't need to follow the screen. You can follow your book that you have there or any note that you want. Are you able to see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. So this is the second last paragraph of the introduction, and it says like this. I am the one you call Jesus. I am the one who was referred to as the Son of God. But I am not more the Son of God than you. You are too. You are all sons and daughters of God, and we are all equal. Some are just further along the road. That is all. I really love, actually, Carlos Lavado was the one who chose that quote, and I think that tells all. When you're ready, you can read in Greek. I can't read Greek.
Εγώ είμαι αυτός στον οποίο αναφέρονταν ως το γιο του Θεού. Όμως δεν είμαι περισσότερο γιος του Θεού από ότι είστε εσείς. Και εσείς είστε. Όλοι είστε γιοι και κόρες. Όλοι είμαστε ίσοι. Απλώς κάποιοι έχουν προχωρήσει περισσότερο στο δρόμο. Αυτό είναι όλο.
Thank you. I didn't understand nothing. So, just for fun, let me show you here how it's written in Chinese. I can't read it. So I will stop at my screen.
That's cool.
Yeah, so we are a group of 7 people so far. And I already interviewed everybody, and Carlos just interviewed me last week. So we did that so people get to know us, each one of us, what's the story behind, we become translators, and what to expect for the future. There is another group, there are 2 people that are translating to Norwegian. They're from Norway, let's say this way. Some words is just really hard for my Portuguese pronunciation. I have to practice a lot.
Yeah.
And we plan to do something. I'm gonna try. I decided to teach people that are online right now. Let me see how many people I have online. We have 15 people right now.
That's awesome.
And I have done that before. And I just want everyone to know that be psychic is part of our blueprint. When you get more of your 12 strands of DNA activated, all of us are going to become psychic. And everyone is already psychic in one extent or another. What's meant to be psychic is have connection to other dimensions. And when you are listening to your intuition, that's exactly what you are doing. Because the intuition comes from spirits, comes from other dimensions, that your higher self, your guardian angel, Jesus, your spirit guides. So through the intuition is the easiest way. And I learned that automatic writing is the less intimidating of the psychic abilities, because that's how the process works. You get a pen and paper, and then you just relax, do some breathing. Actually, I will give each one of you some moment, if you can get a pen and a paper and wants to try this exercise with us. Maybe you won't get anything in the first 5 minutes. Maybe you'll take 5 or 10 minutes to do that. But if you keep practicing, I guarantee you're going to get something. For me, the first time it took about 7 to 10 minutes. I wasn't really counting. So the first thing, you want to do 3 deep breaths, or as long as you want. Let's do it together. Breathe in, hold, breathe out. Breathe in, hold, breathe out. One more time, breathe in, hold, breathe out. Let me know on the comments, on the chat, if you need a little bit more time. If you need another minute or so. Well, nobody said nothing, so let's just proceed. I always do this mental prayer. I ask my guardian angel and the spirit guides to act as a gatekeepers and allow only beings of love and light to communicate through me today. Next, you're going to put your intention to connect to, it can be to a specific light being that you are in contact. Can be your higher self, your guardian angel, Jesus, your grandma, anyone that you trust. Or sometimes I like to do this way. I invite any being of love and light that you have a message that will best assist me at this time. In my case, I am gonna put the intention to receive a message from Jesus to everyone that is watching this video now or that you're gonna watch later. And I will give everyone like 5 minutes or 10. We'll see how much Jesus wants to write it down. I don't know how long it took, but I did finish my message. Stephan, would you like to read yours? I don't know if you did it personal. It's up to you. You don't have to read if you don't want, if you think it's personal.
No, I think I got something from Jesus. I followed your intention. I asked for a message from Jesus for us, for me and us. And it says, this is how it starts. I love you. I'm your brother, Jesus. See me as an older brother. We are a team, the Jesus Underground. Love is our message. Faith is our power. Join the love revolution. You have everything you need to become the best version of yourself, and all is well in heaven and earth. Love is the answer to all your problems. The problems are there to show you where you have fostered obstacles to love's presence. Peace be to you, Holy Son of God. Peace to our brothers and sisters who are one with us. Let all the world be blessed with peace through us. This is a very important time on your planet. Fear not whatever may come your way. Fear not, for you are all eternal spiritual beings of love and light. Death is not real. Life is eternal and everlasting. Be excited about the changes that are to come, and you will witness the world blossom into the new earth.
That's beautiful. I love it. Mine is kind of in the same line, but because we have a different frame of thoughts, so it's like follow more like my way. So it says like that. I always say, who is he? I say, Jesus. Dear children of God, you are a blessed being indeed. What a pleasure to communicate to you in this way. You are on the way for a big shift on your beautiful planet that will impact all lives. Many of you volunteered to be on the front line and to be way showers for the new way of life that's emerging with the increase of light that the planet is receiving now. It's the beginning of, as Golden Age, the age of Aquarius. We want you to know that you are ready to support. We are ready to support you through this process. Just call for us and open your mind and hearts to receive guidance. Love and light to Jesus.
Thank you, Eleonora.
Let me see the chat. If anyone try, if they wanted to say anything. Well, no one said nothing, and I don't think they have any question. But it has been a pleasure to be with you today and have you sharing your gift with us.
Thanks so much, Eleonora, for this opportunity. It's been a great pleasure.
And congratulations in your YouTube channel.
Thank you.
And it's a beautiful thing that you're gonna do, and throughout the year, you're gonna be impact many, many lives. And just when I did, depend on each lesson, sometimes I'll get inspired to share something personal that I knew was going along with the lesson. So I suggest you that you don't be shy and share this, because people get even more connected, and that will have a great impact in people's life, because it's incredible how our problems are so similar. So when you feel inspired to do that, it's up to you, but that's what I usually did. And I finished the Jesus commentary. Sometimes there's what else I can say after that?
Yeah.
But sometimes I didn't live through something that was so pertinent to what I was saying to the lesson that I think I should share that. And
Yeah,
it
of
may
course.
happen to you too.
Yeah, it's 600 and it's 365 lessons. There's going to be a lot of opportunities.
Yes. Congratulations in this new age of your life.
Thanks so much.
You are a beautiful soul, and I'm very thankful that we met, that
Me
you are
too.
part of our community, and we're gonna co-create beautiful things in the sense of spreading the truth throughout the globe. Right now we are 7 and we are covering 8 languages, but I'm talking to you that is watching this video right now. If you are already translating any book of Tina Louise Spalding, please contact us, contact me. And if you are inspired to do in your native language that we are not doing now, or maybe you want to join one of us, contact us. Because those guidance, those thoughts are coming to your mind every day for a reason. And we are ready to welcome you.
How exciting.
Stephan, thank you again.
Thank you.
It was really beautiful. I enjoy each second. And
too.
I look forward to speak to you again. Much love and light to you. Oh, sorry. Do you have a departure message for us? Anything that you want to say to the collective, to whoever is watching?
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like this, we're going to be challenged this year. I mean, to stay in our light and to help each other not get into fear, regarding what's coming, and just enjoy the ride for as much as we can. I think we've all come here for this. This is our mission, so it's happening. I mean, I'm really excited. I'm really excited and grateful for having this community, you, Eleonora, doing the work you're doing, and all the millions of people in the world that are, holding the light. And we got this.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you all. And if you want, you can stay a little bit. I'll just hang out on YouTube first. Thank you, everyone, and see you soon.